Welcome to Untold Pioneers, a channel that explores lesser-known stories and untold tales of historical figures, events, and cultural phenomena. Join us as we delve deep into the past to uncover the hidden gems of history. Today we will discuss the untold story of African American women in the Civil Rights Movement. In the 1950s and 1960s, the Civil Rights Movement was a pivotal moment in American history. However, the contributions of African American women have often been overlooked or forgotten. These women fought alongside their male counterparts, facing discrimination, violence, and injustice with bravery and resilience. One of these women was Claudette Colvin, a 15-year-old girl from Montgomery, Alabama. In March 1955, Colvin refused to give up her seat on a bus to a white person 9 months before Rosa Parks famously did the same. However, the media and civil rights leaders largely ignored Colvin's story and deemed her an unfit figurehead for the movement due to her age and unmarried status. Colvin and other African American women played a crucial role in the civil rights movement despite being pushed aside. Women like Fannie Lou Hamer, who fought for voting rights in Mississippi, and Diane Nash, who organized nonviolent protests in Nashville, Tennessee, were instrumental in bringing change. But their contributions did not come without sacrifices. Many women faced sexual harassment and assault, and were arrested and imprisoned for activism. Despite these obstacles, African American women persisted and continued to push for progress. The sexism that persisted in the civil rights movement was a continuation of the repressive mindset that predominated in the greater U.S. culture, which continues to be one that is white and male-dominated. Leaders of the movement set out to combat racism as a particular form of oppression, concentrating mainly on racial segregation. Their efforts ultimately led to significant victories, such as the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. But the journey was long and difficult, and the role of African American women in achieving these victories cannot be overstated. As we explore the untold story of African American women in the civil rights movement, we must remember the courage and perseverance of these unsung heroes. Their sacrifices and accomplishments paved the way for generations to come. While the civil rights movement brought about significant change in the United States, we must also acknowledge that the fight for equality and justice is ongoing. African American women face obstacles and discrimination in many areas, from the workplace to the criminal justice system. It is up to all of us to continue the work that these women started and to fight for a more just and equitable society. We must listen to their stories and honor their legacies while recognizing the work that still needs to be done. African American women did the necessary labor during the civil rights movement without making a big deal out of it. Nonetheless, despite their substantial contributions to the movement at all levels, they are mostly unnoticed by the general public. Most Americans struggle to think of any community, municipal, and national leaders except Rosa Parks and Coretta Scott King. While progress has been made since the civil rights movement, systemic racism and discrimination still exist and must be actively challenged and dismantled. As we reflect on the untold story of African American women in the civil rights movement, we must also recognize the power of storytelling in preserving and sharing history. It is up to us to continue to lift up and amplify the voices of those who have been marginalized and to ensure that their stories are not forgotten. So, what can we do to continue the legacy of these courageous women? We can start by educating ourselves and others about their contributions and working to create a more just and equitable society. We can also support organizations and movements that align with their values and goals. Together, let's keep the legacy of these brave women alive and honor their contributions to the ongoing fight for justice and equality. What happened to women during the civil rights movement? What role did African American women play in the civil rights movement? Who was the most famous female civil rights activist? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Untold Pioneers for more videos like this one. Thank you for watching.